Title: Taylor Swift can't stop crying after seeing Travis's surprise engagement ring. The bustling streets of New York City were alive with the holiday spirit. Christmas lights twinkled, and the air buzzed with excitement. For Taylor Swift, however, the season carried an undercurrent of nervous anticipation. After months of blossoming romance with Travis Kelce, whispers of their engagement had taken over the tabloids. Yet, Taylor hadn't heard a single word about it from him. It was a quiet Sunday evening when Travis asked Taylor to join him at their favorite rooftop bar. The setting was perfect. Soft music played, and snow fell gently around them. Dressed in a shimmering silver coat, Taylor walked in to find Travis already seated, looking unusually pensive. "You okay?" she asked, taking her seat. "Yeah," he said with a warm smile, though his voice betrayed a hint of nerves. "I just wanted to spend some time with you tonight. No cameras, no chaos. Just us." As they chatted, Taylor noticed a small box poking out of Travis's coat pocket. Her heart skipped a beat. Was this the moment? She forced herself to stay calm, pretending not to notice. Travis leaned back, looking at her intently. "You know, Taylor, being with you has changed my life in ways I never imagined. You've taught me to embrace who I am, flaws and all. I can't imagine the rest of my life without you." Tears welled up in Taylor's eyes, but she kept her composure. "You mean the world to me too, Travis," she whispered. Just then, the waiter approached with a covered tray. "For you, Ms. Swift," he said, setting it on the table. Confused, Taylor opened the tray to find a single red rose and a handwritten note. It read, "Turn around, Heart pounding, she did as instructed and gasped. Behind her, Travis was on one knee, holding the most stunning engagement ring she'd ever seen. The ring wasn't just any ring. It was uniquely designed with a vintage-style diamond surrounded by intricate musical note engravings. It was a nod to her artistry and their shared love story. "Taylor Allison Swift," he began, his voice steady but filled with emotion, "you are my everything. Will you marry me?" Tears streamed down Taylor's face as she clapped a hand over her mouth. She couldn't find the words at first, overcome by the love and thoughtfulness of the gesture. The snowy cityscape, the custom ring, his heartfelt speech, it was all so perfect. Finally, she managed to nod vigorously, choking out, "Yes." 1,000 times, yes. Cheers erupted from the surrounding patrons, who had secretly been in on the surprise. A violinist appeared, playing a soft melody of Taylor's hit song, "Lover," as Travis slid the ring onto her finger. Taylor, still crying, wrapped her arms around him. "You really outdid yourself," she said, laughing through her tears. "You deserve nothing less," he replied, pulling her close. The night ended with the couple slow dancing on the rooftop, surrounded by friends and family who had arrived to celebrate. For Taylor, it wasn't just the ring or the proposal. It was the way Travis had made her feel seen, loved, and cherished in every detail. The next morning, Taylor's Instagram post broke the internet. A photo of her hand with the dazzling ring and a caption that simply read, "Forever and always ring red heart, **. Fans around the world celebrated the union of the pop queen and the NFL star, but for Taylor and Travis, it was just the beginning of their fairy tale love story. Title: Taylor Swift can't stop crying after seeing Travis Kelce reveal surprise engagement ring. It was a chilly winter evening in New York, and the bustling streets were alive with the sounds of holiday shoppers and the glow of twinkling lights. Taylor Swift had just finished a photo shoot for her latest album when her phone buzzed. It was a text from Travis Kelce. "Meet me at the rooftop? I have something to show you, **. Her heart skipped a beat. It had been a whirlwind few months since their romance had been made public, and though they had shared many intimate moments, Taylor couldn't shake the feeling that something monumental was about to happen. She rushed to the rooftop of their favorite hidden spot, a cozy, private terrace with a view of the city's skyline. When she arrived, she was met by Travis standing in front of a large, glowing fire pit, the warmth contrasting the chill in the air. His smile was both playful and serious, a mix that immediately made her nervous. "You look stunning as always," Travis said, his voice soft but with a slight tremor she couldn't ignore. Taylor smiled nervously. "You said you had something to show me?" Travis nodded and slowly took her hands in his. "I've been thinking a lot about us. About how you make me feel, how you always make me want to be better." He looked down, taking a deep breath, then reached into his coat pocket and pulled out a small, velvet box. Taylor's eyes widened as Travis opened the box, revealing a dazzling engagement ring. It sparkled in the soft glow of the firelight, the diamond so bright it almost seemed to shimmer with the emotions they had shared in their relationship. Taylor froze, her breath caught in her throat. "Travis, what is this?" He smiled gently, his thumb brushing over her hand. "It's a promise that no matter what, we'll keep fighting for each other. I can't imagine a future without you in it." Before she could respond, tears began to well up in her eyes, blurring her vision. Taylor felt a wave of emotion crash over her, overwhelming love, joy, and disbelief. She had never expected this moment, and yet, deep down, she had always dreamed of it. Her heart raced as she realized that this wasn't just a relationship, it was the beginning of forever. I don't know what to say," she whispered, her voice trembling. Travis cupped her face gently, wiping away a tear that had escaped down her cheek. "You don't have to say anything. Just say yes." Taylor's tears flowed freely now, but her smile was brighter than ever. "Yes, Travis, yes," she cried, her voice full of relief and joy. Travis leaned down, pressing a soft kiss to her forehead before pulling her into a warm embrace. "You've made me the happiest man alive," he murmured, holding her tightly. The fire crackled in the background, but in that moment, nothing could compete with the warmth of the love they shared. Taylor couldn't stop crying, not from sadness but from the overwhelming beauty of the moment, knowing she had found the one person who saw her for who she truly was, someone who would love her unconditionally. As they stood there, wrapped in each other's arms, Taylor knew that this was only the beginning of their forever story. Title: The Surprising Ring, ***. It was a crisp evening in New York City, the streets bustling with anticipation for the upcoming gala at the Met. Taylor Swift had just wrapped up an interview about her latest album and was heading toward the event. But what she didn't know was that tonight was going to be anything but ordinary. Travis Kelce, her boyfriend of nearly 2 years, had a secret plan that would change everything. For weeks, he'd been preparing a surprise for Taylor, a moment he was sure would make her feel loved and cherished, a culmination of everything they'd shared. As Taylor entered the gala, her eyes sparkled with excitement. She hadn't seen Travis all day, and she was eager to spend time with him. But as soon as she stepped inside, her gaze landed on him. He was standing at the far end of the room, looking absolutely dashing in his tuxedo. But what caught her off guard wasn't just his looks, it was the way he was holding something small and delicate in his hand. He smiled, his eyes locked with hers, and as the crowd's chatter faded, it felt as though the world was momentarily suspended. "Taylor," he said, his voice gentle but strong, "I need to ask you something." Her heart raced as he walked toward her, every step measured, every movement deliberate. When he reached her, he dropped to one knee. The entire room seemed to hold its breath. "Taylor, you're everything to me," he began, his voice full of emotion. "In the time we've been together, you've shown me what real love is. You've helped me become a better man, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you marry me?" And then, Travis revealed the ring, a breathtaking diamond that sparkled as brightly as the city lights. It wasn't just a ring, it was a symbol of everything they'd built, everything they'd overcome, and everything they could still become together. Taylor gasped, her hand flying to her mouth, but before she could speak, the tears came. She couldn't stop them, the floodgates opened, and they streamed down her face as she stared at the ring in disbelief. "Travis, are you serious?" she whispered, her voice choked with emotion. Travis chuckled softly, wiping a tear from her cheek. "I'm as serious as I've ever been." In that moment, Taylor couldn't control the cascade of emotions surging through her. She felt overwhelmed with joy, love, and gratitude. Here, in front of everyone, in the most unexpected place, Travis had given her the world, an entire future wrapped in a tiny ring. The guests gathered around them, applauding, but Taylor's eyes were fixed on Travis. "Yes," she finally managed to say, her voice trembling. "Yes, I will marry you." The crowd erupted in cheers, but all Taylor could hear was the steady beat of her heart and the sound of Travis whispering, "I love you." As they embraced, Taylor couldn't stop crying. It wasn't out of sadness or fear, it was the overwhelming sensation of being truly loved, of having someone who saw her not just as a superstar, but as the woman she was, flawed, complex, and deeply deserving of happiness. Travis held her close, smiling through his own tears. It had all come together. The perfect surprise, the perfect proposal, and the perfect future. Taylor had never felt more alive, more secure, or more loved in her entire life. And as she looked at the sparkling ring on her finger, she knew that her life was about to take a turn into a new chapter. A chapter she couldn't wait to write with Travis by her side.